Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about 5284 and we will talk about money in three wise monkeys. Statement: the main purpose of this course is to learn the methods and techniques of share investment. It does not constitute any recommendations or trading tips. Any risk or profit is irrelevant to the company and myself. Trade at your own risk. So there will be three parts of our contents today. The first part is about the three wise monkeys to share market. The second part is about the three wise monkeys to investors. And the third part is about 5284's profit is in three wise monkeys. So let's see the first topic. Three wise monkeys to share market. So let's see LCI weekly chart first. This indicator is called Trend Expert. We can see there are some red and green columns. Red column stands for short-term uptrend, and the green column stands for short-term downtrend. Now the market haven't closed yet, so we can see the candlestick is in green color, which means short-term downtrend. So if after this week market is closed, and you will find the final color of the recent candlestick in weekly chart. If it is a red color, which means there are still opportunities in the market, but if you find it's green, which means we need to pay attention to the market because the color has been changed and the direction of trend has been changed. I still remember just several days ago when we talk about share market, we talk about the risk. We mentioned that the whole market is still in sideways, and we need to pay attention. And we can remember that the time when we mention about pay attention, there are a lot of good shares. Like machine is rising, and 5284, okay, is rising, and many penny stocks, they are all rising. But we mention about risk. So actually we find share market is really a challenge for us. There is a book called The Fountain of Gold, The Three-Monkey Record of Money. And it is written by Munehisa Mohoma, and these people has a deep relationship with candlestick. He says, after 6 years of research day and night, I finally gained a deep understanding of the rice market trend. We know that candlestick is related to Japanese rice market, right? He says when the market is pessimistic, the motivation for the price rising has been constituted. When it is optimistic, the motivation for the price dropping has been constituted. So several days ago, the market is optimistic, and now if we look back, we will find the price dropping has been constituted. And this book, The Fountain of Gold, The Three-Monkey Record of Money, was written in 1755. And it mentions three monkeys. So we can see here is three image of the monkeys. The first one you can see no eyes, and the second one no ears, and the third one no mouth. So what's the meaning? Some people in Japan, they compare the prerequisite for successful trading to the level of the three monkeys that they are familiar with in their youth. It's called not seeing evil, not listening to evil, and not speaking evil. And the evil just means what you shouldn't speak, what you shouldn't listen to, and what you shouldn't see. And the title of The Fountain of Gold, The Three-Monkey Record of Money, says that if a trader wants to reach the fountain of gold, he must possess the three characteristics of these three monkeys. So let's see them one by one. The first monkey is about not seeing evil. So we know in the market, the share price always have some rises and falls. But actually, falling prices are not necessarily only risks, and the rising prices are not only opportunities. We can see this indicator is called trend expert. If the share is in uptrend, even there's some falling price, there will be some chances. In downtrend, if there's some falling prices, there will be some risks. And also in downtrend, if there's some rebound, which means rising prices, there is also small chance but big risk, because the whole direction is wrong. So this is about not seeing evil. It tells us we can not only see the price in share market, we need to focus on the movement of price, which means the trend of the whole market. And the second monkey is about not listening to evil. We can see this indicator we just mentioned. Green column means short-term downtrend and the red column means short-term uptrend. So there is a trend turning point from downward to upward, which means if you want to enter the share market, and here will be a good entry point because this is the first day short-term uptrend forms. And here we can see from red to green, which means this is the first day short-term downtrend forms. So if you want to exit according to trend, here will be a good exit point. But for example, if around here we hear some good news of the share or bad news, so actually we shouldn't start trading immediately. It is safer to judge the market first and then decide your own behavior. For example, after you hear a good news, if you do not judge the market, you will just want to entry. And then, according to this indicator, we find here is not the first day the market turns red, which means you are chasing high. So will be very dangerous. And if you study the market first, you will find, okay, if I want to enter the market, I should find entry point in 60-minute chart because in daily chart I already missed. Or second, if I want to trade in daily chart, then I shouldn't trade high here. I should wait for it turns green and turns red again. And then I can choose whether I want to entry or not. So you need to judge the market first and then decide your own behavior. And the third monkey is about not speaking evil. Do not talk about your future market behavior. You should only decide your direction based on the market itself. If you want to understand the market, you should ask and study the market. So, for example, if I want to know whether my share can rise or not, who can I ask? Should I ask others? No, I should ask indicators. I should ask the chart. For example, we know after this point, uptrend has been formed. So you should know what is the meaning of uptrend, which means your share has the potential to going up. So if the red column is increasing, which means your share has more potential to go up. But if your share's column is still red, but the red column is getting smaller, which means it's uptrend, right? Because color doesn't change, which means your share still can go up, but the possibility is a little bit smaller than before until the red column from small to big again. So here, you will know, okay, my share still have the momentum to goes up. The momentum increases, which means there is a bigger possibility for my shares to goes up. So this is how we judge whether my share can goes up, and what is the probability it may goes up. So we just ask the market, we do not ask others. And the second is about 3 wise monkeys to investors. First is your eyes don't see, and then your heart will be quiet. There is often the case in the share market that you can see other people's stocks rising, but your own stocks are not rising, or even falling, even dropping. And it seems that in the sky, in the street, it's full of money, but it is not at your door. So sometimes it's about to float to your door, but then it floats away. So for the first time, if you see other people are making money, and you will have some doubts. Are you wrong? When this kind of thing occurs again the second time, you will strengthen your denial of yourself, and it seems that you are wrong. By the third time, you will completely deny yourself, and you must be wrong. And the whole market is going like that. And then you made a pause to sell the stocks in your hands and buy some popular stocks that the market all chasing. But after you buy, you will find the stock you just bought goes down in a few days, while the stock you sold goes up. And afterwards you regret that you were right, but unfortunately you don't stick to it. So without looking at others' stock, you can maintain a peaceful heart and patiently wait for your chances to appear. Wait for your chances to appear. And the second is your ears don't listen to make your heart calm. Listen to others' discussion on stocks and listening to some stock reviewer or critics' comments on the other common behavior for retailers, because they want to understand the market trends. But there are so many stock critics insist on their own words, and they tend to mess up your original clear thinking if you have. You will feel that everyone is reasonable, and in the end you don't know who to listen to. Just like you go to the store to buy some sweaters, if there are only 2 or 3 styles, then you can choose. You can compare them. But if there are hundreds of sweaters hung on the wall, you will be confused and don't know which one to pick. So when you are unable to withstand external interference, the best way is to strengthen your beliefs, to complete your method, and not listen to others' comments of any stock. And the third one is, if you do not speak, your heart won't be messed up. Communicating stocks with others is also a common behavior of retailers. For example, some people maybe buy 100 stocks, and they just like experts talking about stocks with others. So people have a general psychology that they like to express their own opinions, and they also like others to agree and recognize their opinions, to agree them. So when you talk about stock with others, others will inevitably express their opinions and even impose their opinions on you because they want to prove they are right. At this time, your mind will be confused. Maybe you will lose your own opinion or become grass, and your share investment will easily fail. So it will be a dangerous behavior. And the third part, we will see how to make profit in 5 to 8 falls. So first, we can see here. From here, the indicator shows us it's from short-term downtrend, which means green column, to short-term uptrend, red column, and this is the date. If we see the close price is green color, which means the price rises that day. So, which means if you just see the price, you will think you are chasing high, right? Because price has already risen a lot. But if you see the trend, you will find you just buy at a start point. Here is a start level. The trend just has just formed, so you can enter here, and then it is red color. Of course, there will be some red candlesticks, some negative candlesticks, but if you see the trend, it shows the share is in short-term uptrend all the time until this day, and then you can sell around this price, and this is the close price of this day, but you are still making money. You make money around 15%. And then we mentioned we do not listen to the evil if there's some good news. For example, if there's some good news appear here, and I already missed the entry point here, but I still want to enter the share. I want to enter the share so much. Then how to find an entry point? Should I listen to others? Oh, you can buy, you buy tomorrow. You just buy. If you don't buy, you cannot buy in anymore. Should I listen to others? Or I should follow charts? So let's see in 60-minute chart. In 60-minute chart, there's some entry and exit point. So green to red is entry point. Red to green is exit point. You can see first time. So this is the time. Around 5 hours, and this is the price. I just make 1%, so I do not lose money. I do not make many profits, and I do not lose money. And the second, this is the time. Entry point price, close price of the first red candlestick is this one. And when it is red, then I hold until here. So this is the time. And this is the close price of the first green candlestick, which means short-term downtrend forms. So I make profit about 9%. And then here is the latest entry point. It's about 2.59. And this is the date. If I want to find an exit point, I should exit here, right? So this is the date, and this is the price. So I make profit around 1%, so I just do not lose money and do not make money. So around this share, I make profit about 9%. And after the 4 o'clock, in 20th October, is there any entry point for us? No, because trend expert is in green color all the time, which means the share is in short-term downtrend all the time. And 2, we cannot predict, but we can see, we can find, we will know if it forms short-term uptrend, which means in the future, if the green column can become red, so there will be some short-term rebound, but just a rebound because midterm trend is in downward now. So this is about the second we do not see. We do not listen to the evil. We do not listen to the news. We just follow our own method. If I find there's something wrong in my trading system, then I need to learn. And the third one is about do not talk about your market behavior, your trading with others. You just learn yourself, trade yourself. If you have any questions, you can ask your teacher you can or you can listen to our course to find some help. That's all for today, and this is Homily Chat. Our investment philosophy is index first, stock next, long-term first, short-term next. Operator familiar? If you like this video and then you want to see more video, please subscribe Homily Chat Malaysia. Thank you.